Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of the Green Energy Show. I'm your host, Chemtai Kiri. Really excited to be bringing you along to the Kenya Conference Non-Revenue Water Management for the year 2026. Just a little brief about what is going on here. This is a conference that has been created by the Water and Sanitation Providers Association. It's called WASPA. It's an organization of 96 individuals who've come together to tackle an issue of water loss, right? So yeah, conference is happening here at the Naivasha Resort 2026, of course created by WASPA, that is Water and Sanitation. But here at the Green Energy, we're all focused about the greening and the solutions that are coming with it so that we have a sustainable manner. And that's all the conversation we're gonna have here today. So come with me as I take you along. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We're really excited to have a conversation with Water Resource Authority, especially when we're talking about this conversation of water and the issue of management. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the booth run by Water Resources Authority. I'm working at Water Resources Authority. My name is Fred Nyongesa. I support the authority as the director in charge of water resources, assessment and monitoring. And in this particular event, we are here to join other stakeholders within the water sector so that we can address the matter that is at hand, that is non-revenue water. Now, as an authority, we have a deliberate effort to regulate the use of water resources in the country and also ensure that there is sustainable, at least, utilization of the resource. This way, we are undertaking both with regard to surface water as well as groundwater, where we have our monitoring network. This network is on three fronts. That is manual, telemetric, as well as automatic. Now, those ones help us to at least be able to capture the data from where the water resources are. And in this regard, we are the ones who are authorized and permitted by our legislation to be permitting any water use in this country, be it abstraction from the surface water or from the groundwater. We do it through the permitting process. And in this regard, we are of the effort that, the water that we have been permitted is utilized without much losses. And here we are addressing matters of non-revenue water. This is non-revenue water is the water lost, which is not really put to economical use or social use. So this conversation will be able to enable us to even be able to allocate and regulate the water used by all water users. And these water users are of domestic nature, industrial, as well as for agricultural purposes. And we must also be able to ensure that the environment is also given its rightful position in terms of availability to the available water resources. We go further and also ensure that even the pollution of the limited water resources is really prohibited. In so doing, we are able to ensure, as you can see from our slogan, securing water and safeguarding the future. That means we are taking care of the current and also looking at how the future should be for our country. And this is the effort we are putting into place. We do this in collaboration with other stakeholders. On the ground, we have what we call Water Resource Users Associations. These are supporting frameworks that we have at the grassroots to enable us to be able to spearhead this. And in so doing also, we want to leverage on the youth strengths that they have so that we can work together and enable us to be able to take this country economically and socially to the next front. And that is what we are doing. Yeah. We are based across the country and we have our headquarters in Nairobi, but we are at regional offices and sub-regional offices all over the country. And we welcome all partners to work with us so that we take care of our water resources. Yeah. Thank you and welcome to our booth.
Thank you so much. Just a quick one. You mentioned RUAs and you mentioned telemetric, and we are here today in conversation of innovation and technology. Yeah? Yeah. How do you feel like as a management tackling this issue with the technology that are being showcased here is going to go a long way in terms of your work as WRA?
Now, I will want to look at technology on a number of fronts. One, we have our partners here who are coming up with smart meters. Smart meters enable us to be able to get a real-time kind of data of how much water one has been able to use so that we are able to bill. Now, the technology, another one we are having is e-permitting process, whereby all people who want to work to abstract water are able to submit applications from their comforts. You can get to a cyber, you can also get to your laptop wherever you are seated, and you can be able to log in and submit what is required. Further to it, of course, we are also looking at matters of using what we call citizen science, where communities are being involved in terms of an innovative manner so that they can also feel a bit involved when it comes to river health assessments. These are the kind of nature-based solutions that we are also encouraging so that collectively we are able to address matters of water, both as quantity as well as quality. And we find that it's very necessary to have that kind of approach.
I can't live without talking about treated water and fresh water. When we're talking about non-revenue water management, the waste that are coming out of it, how does it relate when we are wasting water on this side and also people now being forced to tap into boreholes and issues like that? How do you feel like when we tackle these issues of non-revenue waste is going to help in your work on that?
Non-revenue waste. Now, waste is only waste when you waste it. I want to begin from that. That everything you feel like it's waste, it's not really waste, because it can still be able to be somehow be utilized in another way. Take, for instance, some of these pollutants that we have in our environment. If we can be able to sort out these pollutants, then we can be able to recycle and produce energy out of them. We can produce fertilizer out of them. Further to the water resources, of course, we have what we call the sludge out of the wastewater, after the treatment of the wastewater. That sludge has a lot of very nutritious products that can be used on our farms. It has high nutrients of phosphates, high nutrients of nitrates, and these are the nutrients that are required for crop growing. So we can always use that. But then we must have a rider that it must be satisfactorily treated, handled, so that it doesn't cause environmental effects. Because if they are not well treated, then we will be able to get into challenges of polluting ourselves through those kind of unsatisfied byproducts.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Otherwise, thank you so much, and we welcome you to at least share this kind of information with other stakeholders, and we want to work together so that we take care of our water resources. Welcome indeed, and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Well, my name is Galgalo, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I work as General Manager for Lake Naivasha Resort and the overall units in Mombasa for Superior Hotels. We have 3 other units here.
It's very interesting that we're here today where Lake Naivasha Resort is hosting thousands, if not hundreds of people here. I'm just wondering, what does it mean for Lake Naivasha Resort to welcome this number of people?
Well, it's good to be at the center of everything, especially when you have key conferences like WASPA. And this has happened over a period of years, a number of years we've hosted these big events. And we're glad to be associated with it because you can be able to look at the environment that you are in, Lake Naivasha Resort, and we are just adjacent to Lake Naivasha. So you can be able to discuss something about water and also be in that environment where water body is just right next to you.
Speaking of water, it's really, how do I put it, it's the right place to be to have this conversation, right?
Exactly.
And I'm just wondering, because the individuals here are coming to speak about water loss, especially those treated water that we're using in the house, right? How does Lake Naivasha Resort that hosts this number of people try to help in terms of water saving?
Well, we do a lot of things in terms of like water saving, because you can have runoff water from the surface to the lake, but then you have a lot of water from the roof. So we were thinking about an environment where we are going to reduce our cost in terms of operational electricity cost, and we had to seek expert opinion to be able to see where are we spending more on power, and what we need to do to create a green environment where people will be proud to be associated with as we reduce operational cost.
Yeah.
Yes, and they gave us very nice solutions. They went around this hotel to do inspections of our heating systems, and they gave us very good feedback that we are considering.
Yeah. No, it's interesting that even when you're surrounded with all the infrastructure and the grid, a big hotel like Lake Naivasha Resort is thinking about green and sustainability. Why do you feel like at this time and age where people are talking about sustainability is the right time to have this conversation?
It is right time because we need to create a safe environment for the young generations who will come after us. So sustainability is so crucial to Lake Naivasha Resort and Superior Hotels at large, because we want to preserve this environment for the future generation so that they can also be able to benefit like we are benefiting.
Yeah. And for people who are watching at home and they're like, this place is really nice and you're moving to green, what message do you have for them in terms of, even if you're seeing water, this is a resource that we still need to represent?
Well, thank you. I would have recommended that every hotel adapts a sustainable tourism, especially in terms of power consumptions and power usage, and be able to plow back these benefits to help the society that they operate in. Yes. If it were me, I would say that let the Tourism Regulatory Authority take this into consideration, that it will be a mandatory thing for everybody to practice sustainable tourism as far as energy is concerned.
Thank you so much for your time. I
Thank
really
you so much.
Asante
sana.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Conversation is about non-refund water management, and we've managed to speak with majority of stakeholders who are playing a part to ensure that no water that is treated is wasted. So my name is Chemtai Kiri. This has been a very exciting day for me, bringing this conversation of water and how it relates to the Green Energy Show, and I can't wait to take you to the next episode. Until then, thank you so much for following us, liking the conversation, and if you really like it more, share it with your friends, subscribe, because we promise you that you're going to bring you more conversation on this matter.